right, man. Detroit Pistons gotta win. Now what? The people you talk to, just fans around the city and stuff, say Monty don't want to coach. That's the issue. People say you want to make a trade and all that. And I'm gonna talk about the OG and the body trade, man. I kind of been slacking, real talk, on the content. Man. I just need a little break or whatever to get shit in order. Got a couple more things to get in order this year. We'll start this year, man. Happy New Year to everybody. But yeah, man. Once you start talking about the Pistons, man, and they gotta win, and trade. Do they lack something? I say this, man. What they found out in the last two games, which they should have won in Boston, take Isaiah Stewart and Killian out the main lineup, you got a better basketball team. I think it's more about subtractions than addition with the Pistons. And I say it again. I think it's more about subtraction than addition with the Pistons. You know what I'm saying? And people say, well, what does that mean? I think they have to figure out who they are, who's going to help them and who's not going to help them. And right now, they don't have a really good feel of what needs to be built around Cade Cunningham. Okay? Or around the court. Because it's no surprise that you cut Killian Hayes' minutes down. There's no surprise, all right, that you cut his minutes down. There's no surprise. Let me see something real quick. I'm all over the place. There's no surprise that you cut his minutes down. And Isaiah Stewart is out the lineup due to an injury that you win in basketball. You start getting more competitive and you start winning basketball games. All right? They don't have a very good feel of what they need and who they need to play. They don't know their personnel. And that's a big problem. They don't know their personnel. And I'm going to say it again and again and again and again. They don't know their personnel. So they don't know their personnel. So I think the subtraction is getting Hayes out the lineup, getting Stewart out the lineup. It's no tough feelings. People want Stewart, is the rumor. If you get a bag of nickels for him, or a bag of pennies, or a bag of fake $3 bills and Monopoly money for him, that's fine. I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay? I'm perfectly fine with that. So that's the thing about it. Subtracting those guys, and now you got guys off the bench that's not really giving you much. You know what I'm saying? Burke is what it is. If people like Alec Burke, you need to go ahead and move him. Sasser should be your number one scoring assassin off the bench. Burks is what he is at this point. Sasser need to be the guy off the bench, the first guy off the bench. We didn't, Livers, I'm willing to give him a little bit more time to see what he get, but Sasser need to be your guy off the bench. And if you feel like Bagley and Wiseman, Livers, and some of these other guys not it, that's fine. Let's move them and try to get some guys that are it. Let's move them and try to get a Lauri Markkanen, move Kevin Knox and Sasser to the bench. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Monty Morris come back and give you some more shooting off the bench with Sasser. And your lineup right now should be Knox, Duren, look here. If they're able to swing Lauri Markkanen, Lauri, Duren, Knox right now, and Cade and Ivy. That's what I'm rolling with. I do whatever I can to get Lauri Markkanen. You know, I'll do whatever I can to get Lloyd marketing. Oh my God, man, people just fucking assholes out here, dude. Boy, you driving the suburbs, they just fucking dicks. Especially the soccer moms, man, they just fucking dicks, bro. I hate to say it, dude. But those are guys you need to have off your bench, and guys that's not healthy or not consistently contributing: Bagley, Wiseman, Livers. I forgot about Bojanovic, excuse me. So what I would do is this: if I ever swing Lloyd marketing, I'm going Lloyd marketing, Duran, Knox, Ivy and K. I bring in Bojanovic, Sasser, Assured is my three off the bench. My first three off the bench. We need to go find me a big fella. Go find you a big fella. I'd rather go take a shot on Mo Bamba. To be real, I'd rather take a shot on Mohamed Bamba. But that's just me. That's just me. So that's just my opinion on it. But nonetheless, I just think that should be the move for them. I just think they need to worry about subtractions and getting rid of guys that don't help you. Everybody talking about getting John Collins. Go get Laurie Marketing, bro. He give you too much versatility. Time at the 4, time at the 5. You know? And then it's about working with the guys that you already have. Making Duran a better defensive player first and foremost. Getting his free throws down packed. Then worry about the post up and the threes and all that. Getting Kevin Knox comfortable in the position. Say, this your position. This going to be what you going to be. He just turned 24. We need you to be good defensively. You got all that length and ability. We gonna let you roll. We gonna let you do the damn thing and see where it gets you. But the number one problem people seem to have is probably the biggest subtraction right now in the city. People tend to have, you know, probably ahead of Hayes and Stewart, is that the number one subtraction tend to be Monty Williams. You know, people don't think Monty Williams, you know, want to be here. He's trying to get fired so he can walk away with all that money. You know, and if somebody that didn't want to take the job, and you know, that's like forcing somebody to date you. You know what I'm saying? That's like forcing somebody to date you. Look here, if you don't want to be with me, don't be with me. It's as simple as that. You know, they tried to force this marriage, and everybody, you know, nationally and, you know, in the city or the great state of Michigan is saying they don't feel like Monty Williams wants to coach you. And if that's the case, then we need to talk. Look here, we'll pay you this year's salary and next year's salary, and you can move on. You know, but by law, they move on from they own all the money. That's the wild thing about it. That's the wild thing about it. So, but we have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. But I think that's the biggest subtraction that got to happen too. Or he got to just get his mind out the gutter, or his head out the clouds, and come down there and coach the Pistons and give an effort. And I don't know if the players feel that he all in. You know, and I don't think that's up for them to divulge or to leak out or nothing like that, or to tell the people. But I want to know if he all in. That's what you want to know. Is he all in with this team? But the subtractions are the biggest thing with the Pistons more than the potential additions. It's the subtractions. Stewart is a cancer to this team. Hayes is a cancer to this team. And as of right now, Wiseman, Bagley, and Livers are 5 guys that's not helping us out. Come on. And then right now you got the head coach who people tend to believe is not really engaged. And he got a lot of stuff going on outside the court. This is why you don't force nobody to do nothing, no matter how much money you got, how much riz you got, how much power you. If a person don't want to do something, they not gonna want to do it. They not gonna want to do it. Don't forget it. They not gonna want to do it. So that's why you ask somebody to do something, and you got to convince them to do it or pay them to do it. They're not gonna do it with the same enthusiasm that they would do it if they wanted to do it. This is why I be watching women be trying to force men to get married and then wonder why the marriage don't work. You force somebody to do something that they don't want to do. It's one thing to force your kids to do it. They kids, you still molding them. But to force a grown-ass man or grown-ass woman to do something, you know what I'm saying? And this is why you really can't even give advice to older people. You see this movement of men that just don't want to date older women. Little OT talk. Because they don't listen. You can't treat your old dog new tricks. Younger women, you can mold them and stuff of that nature into what you want them to become. And people sound like, well, this sounds like manipulation. And that sounds like, well, women try to do the same thing with men. They try to manipulate you. They try to mold you. They try to make, once you see their little manipulation games, you understand the game. But right now, the subtractions are the big thing about the Pistons. Subtractions are the huge thing about the Pistons. Subtractions. And once they figure out to get all the bad apples out, then we can figure out where to fit the good apples in. We got any more bad apples. So, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Chicago Detroit Pistons Talk playlist for more videos like this. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, just Spotify and Anchor. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist for more videos like this. Peace.